Okay, surprisingly chill day today. I don't have too many pressing things. I'm fairly caught up. I twisted my ankle pretty decently last weekend, which kind of just ruined everything for like a week. I say ruined, like it wasn't really the worst. I luckily had some time off kind of blocked to rehab my hand, but I twisted my ankle pretty good, so it kind of just worked out, unfortunately / fortunately. Anyway, what we are doing today, for the most part for this video, just vlog stuff. We have some cleaning up to do in here and a little bit of organization, getting a little bit more of an idea of how we're gonna organize things and like what I'm gonna need to get and all this stuff. I'm also making baby steps towards the stream setup, if you will. Did a test stream last night. I'm just not digging, I'm not digging Twitch right now. I just don't like the picture quality. I know I can dumb it down. I'm streaming at 1080, by the way. I know I can dumb it down to 720, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I'm gonna try to stream on YouTube because they have a little bit better, there's a little bit more wiggle room in the bit rate, so I can bump it up a lot higher than I could on Twitch. So that's hopefully gonna happen today. I have a few kind of work things I have to do, but luckily I don't have any major things that I have to take care of. So I can either do it on a laptop or do it here, just in between all the many other things that we have in the queue, in the plan, something like that. Anyway, long story short, what I want to start today is I want to start kind of like a 4-ish part series of, you know, cheap vlog gear versus like, for me, what would be maxed out gear. So I want to do the GoPro Hero 10 since I don't have the 11 yet, you know, with the little mic and all that stuff, but like fairly budget, like sub 1K kind of deal. Like if I'm gonna get it as cheap as I can get it without, you know, just the GoPro by itself, because you could use the GoPro by itself. But yeah, I want to do that versus the, well, what I have, the R6 with the battery grip with this, the Rode Wireless Go, you know, just kitted out, L lens, the whole 9 yards. You know, I want to put them head to head and just to see, you know, one, just something to make. I'm very interested to see how they look in contrast, and two, just, you know, just to show you that you can probably get away with something a little bit more lower price than, you know, going all head first into, you know, super rigged out kit, which I've done kind of stuff like this before, but I've never done the GoPro versus the R6 with all that nonsense. And I honestly don't use the R6 for vlog kind of like this stuff that often. I've done like a sponsored video or two with it, but other than that, I really just kind of stick to the RP for right now, especially because apparently YouTube might be putting 4K behind the paywall, so bummer. Anyway, that's what we got going right now. I think today what I'd like to try to do is maybe get the intro filmed for that video. Probably not, that's optimistic, but I do want to shoot the majority of the B-roll. So I'm going to set it up here and, you know, get it all kitted out, maybe do like the top down kind of stuff and stuff like that. But also need to go get coffee and a couple things. So we might have to venture out into the world, which is, I don't like doing that much unless I have a shoot. So it sounds like I don't like going out unless I'm getting paid, which is true. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna figure that stuff out in a little bit, and just normal daily life stuff today. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, real quick before we go, I have film cameras I need to shoot through. Hold on. I have the Elan 2 with what is this? Portra 800. I have 18 shots, so half-ish way, and then I have Kodak Gold 200 on here. 7 shots, so roughly halfway on both of these. This one obviously is gonna take longer. I would like to finish these rolls today somehow, because I have a couple projects I want to shoot with them very soon. So if I can do that, I don't need to develop or anything. I just want to get the rolls out of here and ready to go. That way I can use these cameras along with a couple other cameras to shoot a bunch of stuff in bulk for videos that I have planned and all that good stuff. And plus, just to shoot, I just mixed some new cams, so let's use them. I just really like the form factor of the RP. It's so small, but capable. I just wish I had 4K. Anyway, this is kind of what we're working with right now. I've done a little bit of work on here, technically a lot of work, but a lot of wasted time. But here, let me show you what we've got so far. So current setup, not too much difference. I did kind of move some lights over just a smidge, and I have the webcam on this side. We're trying that later today, hopefully. I don't have my Logitech headphones plugged in anymore. It had a big blue wire just kind of hanging off here. That is because I have a Bluetooth headset that has very, very low latency between the headset and the screen, enough so to where I can use it just fine for gaming and such. I haven't tried it with editing, probably not. Probably just gonna directly plug in a sentence like that with bigger headphones that I have when I need to do stuff like that. But as far as like streaming, it did really well. I'm surprised. So that's nice. It just kind of sits right here, and I don't have to plug into anything. I can basically be wireless for the most part. So that's gone, and I think this will probably be next. I really like the colors. I like colored lights, but it has a wire and it's just a little bit cumbersome when it comes to doing things. And I think I'm at a point where I think I don't want the wires anymore. Look at all that back there. So I think the next step is to kind of trim as many wires as I can off of my setup here. That includes the controller, which not a big deal. I already have another controller that I can just plug in wirelessly. No problem. Mouse and keyboard, I'm probably gonna either upgrade, sidegrade, something without wires. That way that will cut off at least 3 wired items, which is nice. Cable management is a big issue. I don't like looking at it, and I don't want to organize it just yet, just because this is probably gonna end up moving to this wall here. Hopefully in the next few weeks. Once I figure out how everything's going to lay out and how I'm gonna have everything. So yeah, too bad the webcam isn't wireless, but that's where we're at right now. Okay, we're back. Yeah, so I have a problem with getting coffees when I'm out, like a big problem. So yeah, these aren't for today, by the way. These are for tomorrow. So don't worry. I'm not like chugging 18 coffees a day. This one's for today, in addition to the one I had this morning. So yeah, Pretty much like every day, I have run out of time. That's kind of a bummer, but it's all right. Not a big deal. I ended up doing a bit more work than I was hoping, but it's all right. I did have some time to kind of think about what I was going to do as far as that video goes, so that's excellent. I think I'm actually just going to do GoPro with the media mod, 1 battery, and then like a cheap tripod that I have, a little plastic extendy one. So yeah, that should come out to fairly affordable, if you will. Lower price than doing, big giant camera with all the extras and whatnot. So yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do this versus a super kitted out R6 with a bunch of extra stuff. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for right now. I have a couple shoots tomorrow, so I potentially will take this with me, and that will be the first kind of day of shooting for that. Granted, it might be out of order, but that's not a big deal. I think that'll be a good kind of test to see if I can, one, just do it, because I have a hard time, setting up gear, like making sure I have the mics and all that stuff and the lighting and blah, 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 blah. If I can just kind of get away with just the GoPro. If my brain will let me just get away with the GoPro. I know you can. I watched I'm subbed to lots of folks that just use a GoPro like this to make their content. And it's great, but my brain. So that's the plan. We'll see how things go. Yeah, I gotta go. Tired of working. It's supposed to be a slightly chill day off, but that's how it goes. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Like, share, subscribe if you want. Yeah, that's it. Okay, bye.